Most outbound is just shit thrown at a wall. That's exactly why your meetings are not where they should be. Now, we built something different. An engine that only ever reaches people who are actually in market, with Claude and Clay doing that heavy lifting underneath. We have 2 people on our go-to-market, and we're doing over $500,000 to $1 million every month, and we generated $135 million in pipeline for clients. And in these next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly how it's built and the one part that everybody gets wrong, and where a human has to take over. The quick thing first, if you want the operator version of this stuff every week, follow along, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so let's crack on and let's look at how we build this. First, we're going to look at the architecture. And here's the thing that nobody is really going to tell you. The tools are not the system. I'll name every tool I use in a second, but if you buy all of them tomorrow, without this next bit, you've just added a load of subscriptions to your credit card. Now, the whole engine runs on 3 layers. AI handles the volume, the boring repetitive work that no human should be touching. Signals make sure you only fire when there's a real reason to reach out, so you're not spraying on strangers. So humans own every actual relationship in this process end to end. Now, if you get that right, the tools just slot in. So let's talk about those 3 layers. Step number 1, find out who's actually in market. Most people get this wrong on day one. They use an ideal client persona from before COVID, or worse, whatever Claude hands to them off the shelf. The fix is to think about the events that happen upstream of someone needing you. Take LinkedIn content and GTM services as an example. The founder isn't getting enough quality leads. That's the problem. Then they post a job for a content strategist or start posting about hiring for a go-to-market. That's the event. And then that event is a signal that they're about to potentially move. Now, we can pull those signals from Crunchbasis and Built With or LinkedIn. Get this right and you stop fishing in the same pool as everyone else. Step number 2, you need to build the right list. And this is where Claude and Clay come into this lead gen machine. Everybody is living on SalesNav and then complains about poor fit leads. SalesNav gives you 4 data points on a prospect roughly. Clay can give you 50. It's an AI spreadsheet on steroids, live data, enrichment of floors that only fire on those real-time signals. And the list will update itself over time if you program it right. And the piece that holds it together is Claude. Now, we plug Claude into Clay to build that lead list and run ICP filtering. When your ICP has nuance, those standard dropdowns that you'd find on Sales Navigator, Sales Nav won't be able to handle those. Claude's filtering is far more accurate. Clay's filtering is far more accurate. And 3 hours of manual review on a 1,000-person lead list now takes under 5 minutes. Step number 3, you need to quality check the list. Poor fit prospects still can slip through. So when we run the list through an ICP verifier agent on Claude Code to double check that quality, then a human gives it a final common sense check. We're going to QA every single list. Human in the loop as always. And that one habit is the difference between a clean list and burning your reputation on bad fits. Now, step number 4 is fairly simple. It's all about having the right sales message to send for outreach. Now, this is where most people blow it. A good signal message does 4 things. It acknowledges the signal. It makes it clear why it makes sense for you to be reaching out right now. It touches their actual problem, and it names an outcome you deliver. Now, it's bonus points if you can tie in social proof or a real number against one of the 3 things your buyer cares about, which ultimately is going to gravitate around make money, save money, or reduce risk. Now, on the call to action, closed questions get higher response rates because they're easy to answer, but open questions get fewer replies, but the ones you do get can go deeper. Now, the whole point here is because you're led with a real signal, it never really feels unsolicited. It's not cold spam, it's right place, right time. Now, you've really got to work out how you get to that first touch, and that's step 5. And we use a LinkedIn sender like HairReach for this. We send that signal-led message loaded in from Clay into HairReach to run that correction request or email. And after running tens of campaigns this year, the winners were all templated or signal-led. The same clean structure, a real signal on top, and the first touch is one job. We've got to get accepted on LinkedIn so we can start a real sales thread. It's not going to close anything. It's all about opening that door. Now, steps number 6 is where a lot of people are really tempted to hand over to AI. This is where the human takes over. And here's the line where this matters. AI and HairReach get you to the exact same moment somebody replies. That's it. That's where the machine is really going to stop, because where we've seen the more successful conversations that lead to book calls and close revenue, the second a prospect responds, a human takes over that convo. We're going to run a Claude agent that's programmed on, the last 100 clients that we served with, how to open up the gap in conversations, how to get the need, how to probe deeper, and what are those pattern recognition, so you always know what is the next necessary and natural thing you could say. And it will be trained on your offer, the ICP, and those common objections, and it will help our inbox manager or you think faster to get that convo going and get them responding. But a person is still running that thread, reading where they actually want and judging when to push for the call and when to hang back. And how hard we work a thread depends on how valuable that lead is. The high value, high ACV ones get a human running them all the way to book meetings. That's the whole model. Now, the machine creates the at-bats and the human is ultimately going to win them. That's human-led GTM. Now, this only requires, we're doing this with 2 people and we're generating over $1 million in pipeline a month because it's got the right modern day tech stack underneath that's actually built on the right fundamentals. If you want to see what this looks like for your business, I bought a LinkedIn pipeline plan generator that maps it out to your exact situation. The link's in the description. So you can actually work out how to generate another 5 to 10 deals from LinkedIn within the next 90 days. And you can get that completely for free. You can check it out from the description below. I'll see you on the next video.